In today's video, we are back working on the Audi. There is a funny squeaking noise coming from the front of the car that I thought had been fixed, and it's not. So I'm going to try and work out what that is and try and fix it this time. So just after Christmas, after the car had been sat for a while, I started it up and it was making a very tiny sort of squealing noise. And I thought, it's a fan belt, car's not been used for a while. So I didn't think anything more of it, and it's gradually got worse to the point now where it does it all the time, really. I took the car in thinking it was the auxiliary belt. They did the job and it needed doing apparently, but it didn't solve the problem. So the car's still squeaking, and they said, it's still doing the noise, which is a bit annoying. So I've done some research on the internet and it looks like it's a boost leak or some kind of air leak. So it's either the EGR, the pipework to the EGR, or it's pipework for the turbo, so intercooler, air filter, that kind of thing. So I need to sort of have a look at all that pipework and check it out, see if I can find any obvious problems, check the turbo as well. If I can't find anything obvious, then oh well, I have to sort of go to a garage and tell them what I've done and see what else it might be. So let's start taking stuff off the car. Okay, so I'm going to start with the intake pipe here and take off the airbox, check the turbo and check the car from underneath. Okay, so the under tray is now off and bits of Christmas tree and shit has fallen out. I don't know how they did the oil change on this car with those two bolts that were absolutely sheared. With the underside now visible, we can check the intercooler pipework. Okay, I have checked absolutely everything I can check visually on the car, and the vac hoses look fine, the EGR pipework looks fine, can't see any soot on it, the intercooler pipework, that looks fine. Again, you know, as much as you can do visually, I have done. I'm gonna leave the under tray off for now, because that was a pain in the arse to take off, and it'll make it easier if it does end up going to a garage, if I kind of give up. This is my last attempt basically. I put a small microphone, different positions in the engine to try and work out just where it might be coming from. I mean, maybe it's something alternator related. It's definitely load related, because it won't do it if you just rev the car. So, I mean, this happens sometimes when you're fiddling around with cars. It's not always bolting on cool parts and having fun, even if you're swearing your head off while doing it. Sometimes it's annoying stuff that you just get dirty trying to find a problem and can't find the problem, so you can't solve it. It happens, but I will do a little bit of testing with microphone now and then see if that actually helps at all.
Eventually.
Okay, so I tried with the microphone and it's not really helped. No point putting clips up. From the front and the front left and the rear of the engine, it sounded slightly louder, but it's not good enough to diagnose the fault any better than just visibly looking at things, which obviously hasn't helped too much either. So I'll leave the under tray off and I'll leave the bits off like the engine cover, and just have to take it back to the garage at some point, and hopefully with what I've done it might narrow it down a little bit, and have to see what they say. I'll possibly do an update at some point with whatever the problem was when it's resolved or not.